So on one hand, yes, it's a seedy motel. Maybe not the best place that you want to spend the night, but the view that you get from the seedy motel, you might not have paid a lot of money to stay there, but the view is priceless. Look at that. That is amazing. We'll see over time if that remains a seedy hotel, but that may be. Also, you have to deal with the trains going by. So that's the price that you pay for a nice view. But look at our downtown. It's coming along nicely. Got a couple other buildings with some nice views, but over time, the hope is all of this is going to provide a nice view, and you don't have to stay in a seedy motel for a nice view. Another hope is that we can turn this into residential. That's another hope. Offline, off camera, I made a change. This road was more in the middle, and we had houses on either side. And when I compared that area, um, if you've seen me do this before, I'll get something like a community college, and that footprint is the same footprint. See that? And the way the road was set up, the community college would not fit. So that told me that those buildings would never go to the right density. So I got rid of that road and the buildings, and actually turning this area into high wealth was easier. Only needed two parks, but I redid the road, and almost immediately we've got two more high wealth, medium density. Now we're just waiting for this. It's got a ways to go, but that should transform, and I'm not sure why nothing is developing here, but it should. Look at our city now. Look at all the lights. Still not quite to the level of the other three, but we're getting there. We are definitely getting there. I'm starting to feel more and more confident and comfortable with putting down residential and commercial over here. I'm really starting to think that this is not going to be needed, all of this for industrial. So let's start as far away as possible. Let's get some residential in. Just a bit of commercial. And even if we need to do this street with industrial, let's see how far the germs and the negative effect I would love it if all of this could be used for residential and commercial. We have a nice surplus of jobs. Now, I know that a lot of this still has to convert. I mean, we've got some single family homes. We have an entire block of single family that's going to become multi and high rise. We only have just a handful of skyscrapers. So that's going to make a difference. But worst case scenario, speaking of, looks like that's turning into worst case scenario. If we need to reclaim some of this land, then that's what we'll do. I'm a little concerned about such a short intersection here. Let's pause. I want to try a little experiment. May not work, but I think I want to see. Can we get this underground? I'm trying to decide, do I want to go from this direction? It really does. I know it works, but it wants to snap. Because I really want it right in the middle. Let's try it from here. That's more what I want. And then let's see how this works. That might work better because instead of leaving one intersection and then literally make a left or right turn and you hit another one, kind of spread it out a bit. This should be high density, just so the traffic will flow best. Okay, good. Let's give this a try. Let's see what happens. The only thing that happens is it's not a big deal. I just lose a little bit of road. I think that's going to work. And then let's put some commercial. We could almost do some commercial there. Oh, I don't know about that. Let's not do that. And it actually, I kind of like the look of it. Wow. Wow. Now that, so it doesn't work as an avenue, but high density street, it works. That would relieve some pressure. Okay, let's look at this and make sure we're not causing. There isn't much going along here. I'm gonna do it. Worst case scenario, we just have to get rid of it. Do I want it there? Do I want it like this? I like that. Let's see what happens. That is one steep grade. Can you imagine driving down that? That's not that bad. Once you got there, it's not that bad. Now, if this was a map that had snow, then we are talking about, look, they're already taking it. Let's see where they're coming from. Interesting. All right, let's give them some bus stops. That'll help with traffic. Looks like we've got some fire issues to deal with. We've also got rubble. Let's see what's going on. All right. Couldn't find shops or parks. So this is, I've done a tutorial on this, but this is a great opportunity when you have a building that's gone abandoned or becomes rubble. Um, you want to look at the reason why. That way you can possibly stop a potential issue from forming. So what this is telling us is we've got a long row of residential and they can't find shops. So instead of just tearing this down and letting another residence build up, this is a great opportunity to let's dezone it. Let's make it commercial. now that should make them a little happier. We'll keep an eye on it and see. Okay, another one. Building fire. Okay, so we can leave it as is, as the same type of zoning. But that's an indication that our fire coverage is a little bit lacking. So we've got a fire station here and one there. They're probably struggling to get here. So let's find a nice location for them. Actually, I don't see anything developing here. And that would make the people here happy. And that fire truck could get pretty much anywhere. I think I'm gonna do that. I don't know why a house, nothing is developing here. Let's dezone. Let's rezone it and see what happens. I don't want that portion. Because we can put things there. Oh. Let's see what that turns into. Well, maybe we won't. Maybe we won't do fire. Let's do let's do fire. Let's see here. Somewhere. Oh, cool. That was nice. Right on the hour, we got the bells. Let's see. Where can we put fire? Because we're already getting a notification right here if that building burned down and fire wasn't able to show up. Let's stay over here. Maybe right next to the clinic. I wonder if it'll fit. It fits. Can I get another station? Oh, look, I can put stations. Because let's make sure that we've got enough space for this. If I need to do an extension. Yeah, I can put an extension there and in the back. So let's go ahead and do that. Now I've got fire coverage a little bit better spaced. Now that building is, it's interesting. Now finally that house starts to change along with that. And my wealth level should be just barely. Yeah, land value is well over. Okay. Because I was hoping that this whole section here could take on the look of the German architecture. It's interesting that, because it's really not a lot of traffic, it's interesting that fire could not get there. I only have one fire truck there. Two. Maybe it was just a simple matter of I just did. Not only were they not in the right location, but I just didn't have enough actual fire trucks. But we've now added 2 fire trucks and in a different location. I do have 15 students not enrolled. And I noticed it was a little more than 15 the last time that I checked. And it might be a traffic thing, just like with fire. Let's see which school. Okay. Not surprising that that one is teaching more students, and it's going to teach even more when this develops. What do we have going on here? So let's do this. This is going to become much more dense. Instead of putting on a wing, well, I can't put on a wing. So let's well, that's unfortunate. I thought I left enough space for. I think I know what I'm going to do in this area. I think I'm going to leave this predominantly tree filled. Lots of trees. I like this. But and I want to be careful because once I draw my road, I'm getting rid of the trees, but we can put trees back. Let's over here in the corner. And I'm just going to do just enough. I want to make sure. Yeah, it fits. Just enough. Let's do. I think I want it over here because I may want to extend the road in that direction. Because I think I would have space for things to develop. Let's do that. Let's do this here. Let's do just a bit more. That looks nice because it's still surrounded by trees. That's where I would want to go to school. I don't think I'm going to put a bus stop. I'm going to let people just drive there. And then, so what's going to happen is some of the people, the hope is some of the people here, especially when this becomes more dense, some will drive to this community college, but we'll also get some going here. There's not enough students technically to justify this. But let's see if the simulation will send more here. And then now we've got colleges, so a lot of the people here will go to this community college. A lot of the people here will go here. I don't know of how dense this is going to become. We may need to put a school here, but as of right now, some will go there, and some will maybe make a commute there. And then as this becomes more dense, they will have two options. This one and this one. While we're doing this, let's take a look. I just want to see if this is technically going to work the way I was. Let's see if the footprint, oh, look at that. Yep. So it's still, we still have a lot of, we're preserving a lot of the greenery here, a lot of the trees, but I can put schools, I can put any number of things. If I'd known I was going to do this, I would do an overpass. But to try to, I wouldn't be able to, I would have to get rid of the bus terminal, which is not the end of the world, but how is our tourism doing? These landmarks in this city have been a bit, I was going to say they've been finicky, but now that I yesterday they made money, and today that made money. Okay. Yesterday profitable, today profitable. Maybe I just hadn't given it enough time, or maybe because the city was in flux and changing. Yeah. As we get close to crossing over 20,000. This area is really taking its time. So we've got green, and unfortunately these are not going to, not enough room to increase density, so that's going to remain. So when I laid this out, not enough, okay, we're going to need to do some, let's do that. Is this park connected to, And actually, let's pause. Not enough room, so can't do anything about these houses because it's just they're squeezed between this and this. But it may be a situation where there's nothing I can do. Let's give them, we could give them a library just for the sake of making people happy. Or this, or you know, let's just, you guys are just gonna say stay single family. You got a great view. Got a wonderful view. Let's just leave them alone.